Live with Jeff Koinange and Olive Barrows.
What are you reading so hard?
The script.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you, Olive.
Good to see you. Glad to be back.
Welcome back from Addis Ababa. You guys in the team did a fantastic job.
Yes, the
Really
team
good.
was spectacular.
Really good. Well done.
Yeah, team effort.
Did you have fun?
I did. It was hard work, but it was a very good team. You know, when you have a good team, it just makes everything easier.
Yeah. I thought you were going to come dressed in that Amharic outfit.
Coming soon. To a television screen near you.
We have a great show for you today, including our weekly planet,
Citizen Planet.
Yeah.
And we also have the latest on that suspension of SHA services at 600 private hospitals. The Rural Urban Private Hospitals Association has said the systems are simply not working and there's a lot of debt owed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Start tweeting at Koinange Jeff.
At O Barrows at Citizen TV Kenya.
The hashtag is Sunday Live, and Sunday Live begins right now.
Tonight.
And we who have the first duty to care for our patients are no longer able to continue providing care under circumstances that endanger the Kenyan people.
No pay, no services. 600 hospitals suspend SHA services effective Monday in standoff over 30 billion shillings government debt.
Killings at the border. Unconfirmed number of Kenyan fishermen feared dead in attack by Dasanach militia from Ethiopia.
Huyu mama akifukuzwa, nipige filimbi mutoke kwa barabara. Mutatoka hamtatoka.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua vows to lead demos over alleged plan to kick out Chief Justice Martha Koome.
Mmoja wao akaweza kukatwa, ambaye pia ndio mwanajeshi wa special units.
Moto ikatoka kwa shule ikaingia kwangu, ikachoma manyumba yote, ikaisha.
Murder in Kipkelion. Business premises burnt as Kipkelion residents protest the killing of a KDF man.
That goes the words, Welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Yulanzale. Now, a security operation is underway in Torunyang area in Turkana after an unknown number of fishermen were killed, and scores injured in a Saturday evening horror attack.
According to locals, fishermen from Ethiopian Dasanach community launched a retaliatory attack on Kenyan fishermen who had reportedly killed 3 people in an escalating war over resources.
And as our very own Laura Otieno reports, the Kenyan government remains tight-lipped on the exact number of casualties, saying it is still in the process of restoring calm in the area. Take a listen.
The country was on Sunday morning tossed into a frenzy after an unknown number of fishermen were killed by suspected Dasanach community members on Saturday evening. The attack coming hours after Kenyans reportedly staged an attack on the Dasanach fishermen at a camp located along the Kenya-Ethiopia border, which has been a source of conflict between the two communities. However, more than 20 hours after the attack, there is no official communication of the casualties, with the government disputing reports that say 20 people have died from the attack.
Ignore the numbers that are being peddled around, because that is not the correct position, and we'll be able to share with you as soon as we affirm and reconfirm everything.
There are some of our citizens who are yet to be accounted for, and it is a challenge which is cross-border. Tunafanya kazi pamoja na serikali ya Ethiopia. Saa hizi mikutano inaendelea ya kuweza kushawishiana vile ya kusaidiana.
Despite the confirmation by Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen, a statement by the police spokesperson Moshere Nyaga mentioned an alleged clash between Turkana and Dasanach fishermen at the Kenya-Ethiopian border, indicating that authorities are still verifying reports. A statement from Turkana County Governor Jeremiah Lomurkai condemned the brutal killings and said the county is assisting the injured to receive medical care, but failed to disclose the numbers affected by the attack.
From time to time, there's always conflict, even the challenges we've had around banditry. It happens in the North Rift, but we are fairly contained. So I just want to give the assurance to the country that there is no reason to panic or to sensationalize this.
Todonyang area has been experiencing intermittent clashes as the Turkana community from the Kenyan side face off with the Dasanach community over natural resources such as fishing at the Lopemokat Common Waters, which lies on the Kenya-Ethiopia border. Laura Otieno, Citizen TV.
The Rapid Support Forces, RSF, of Sudan have joined forces with the Sudan Liberation Movement and various other political parties and civil society organizations to establish the Sudan Founding Alliance. The signing of the charter, which was pushed from Friday, was signed at, get this, 2 a.m. on Sunday at the Edge Convention Center in Nairobi's South Sea.
Now, among the resolutions in the charter is the creation of a new national army, inclusive of all Sudanese regions and free from political interference. The alliance also aims to find the ongoing conflict, conflict in Sudan, and, as our very own Melita Oletenges reports, Kenya has welcomed the formation of the alliance. Take a listen.
The signing of the Sudan Founding Alliance Charter took place in Nairobi, 2,900 kilometers from Khartoum, in what many Kenyans are calling a diplomatic misstep by President William Ruto's administration for aligning with the RSF. The charter's signatories include the RSF, 20 political parties, 10 civil organizations and 4 militant groups. They have agreed to establish a new inclusive national army free from political interference, end the war in Sudan and strengthen diplomatic ties with neighboring countries. Among those leading the pact were General Abdel Rahim Dagalo, RSF's deputy commander and brother to Hamdan Hemeti Dagalo, as well as General Abdel Aziz Al-Hilu of the Sudan People's Liberation Movement. However, Sudanese army leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan has strongly condemned the formation of the alliance, calling its members traitors.
Outside solutions won't be forced on Sudan. I am sending a message to the African Union and to the United Nations. The Sudanese people won't accept any imposed government.
Kenya, however, has backed the alliance, calling it a step towards fostering peace. Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs Musalia Mudavadi, in a statement, said the peace roadmap signed in Nairobi is a testament to the willingness of Sudanese political and civil society groups to prioritize the future of their country over divisions. We recognize the efforts of all those who have shown the courage to engage in this dialogue. Mudavadi further defended President Ruto's position, saying, "It is encouraging to note that the participants in the Sudan peace process hailed His Excellency President William Ruto despite pressure and allegations that the summit aimed to form a parallel government in Kenya." However, Kenya's support for RSF has sparked domestic outrage, with critics accusing President Ruto of backing the Janjaweed militia, a group sanctioned by the US for genocide in Sudan. Meanwhile, RSF continues to face accusations of massacring over 200 civilians in Sudan's White Nile region and thousands others in the tussle for power with the SAF that has caused turmoil in Sudan for the past 2 years. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.
All right, now more than 600 private hospitals in rural and urban parts of the country have withdrawn their services from members of SHA and all teachers and police officers.
The Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, RUFA, says except for emergency cases and those already admitted, any patient seeking medical services will now have to pay cash.
As our very own Mary Walker reports, the withdrawal of healthcare services to SHA members further deepens the crisis plaguing the rollout of SHA, with hospitals and healthcare providers accusing the government of high-handedness and refusal to pay pending arrears amounting to 30 billion shillings. Take a listen.
The crisis in Kenya's healthcare sector is deepening as private hospitals under the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association, RUFA, draw services from members of SHA and Medical Administrators Kenya Limited, MAKL, covering teachers and members of the National Police Force. The decision follows unpaid NHIF claims amounting to 30 billion shillings and disputes over reimbursement rates. The move, the latest in a series of challenges plaguing the delivery of healthcare services under SHA, threatens to cripple healthcare delivery across the country.
It's putting the quality of care at risk, and we who have the first duty to care for our patients are no longer able to continue providing care under circumstances that endanger the Kenyan people. Hospitals require resources, they require drugs, they need to pay personnel.
The standoff between healthcare providers and the government escalated after the government failed to honor payment of their arrears despite a 4-day ultimatum issued by health service providers.
NHIF systems were switched off. A lot of hospitals don't have access to their old claims history. We do not know whether those claims can be altered or whether they have been archived safely. So we would like SHA and the ministry to open access to the NHIF portal, allow facilities to download their claims data that is in that portal.
Teachers and policemen are also among Kenyans who will be forced to pay cash for medical services following RUFA's decision to suspend provision of services for MAKL cardholders. RUFA is accusing Medical Administrators Kenya Limited, MAKL, which manages medical schemes for teachers and police officers, of exploitation.
They have been coercing hospitals to give them discounts of 15 to 20%. As we are talking, the last time MAKL actually paid facilities for police and teachers is not earlier than April 2024.
Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.
Quite a serious turn of events. We'll keep our eye on things as the situation as it unfolds tomorrow. So
it's another side story.
Tension is high in Mutaragon, Kipkelion West in Kericho County after residents torched 12 homes, a school and an entertainment joint following the murder of a KDF officer on Saturday night.
That's right. Now, the late Ezekiel Bett was allegedly slashed by a bartender after a quarrel in an entertainment joint and succumbed while receiving treatment at Kericho Referral Hospital.
Gatete Njoroge reports on an incident that has left innocent residents counting losses and a family in mourning.
The flames from the debris captures the rage of the residents of Mutaragon in Kipkelion West. From destroyed classrooms, desks, burnt houses, nothing could quench the anger of the locals protesting the murder of a KDF officer identified as Ezekiel Bett. It all started at a local bar on Saturday night, where Bett had an altercation with one of the attendants, identified as Caleb Momanyi. It is alleged that Momanyi slashed Bett with a sharp object on the head and neck, leaving him with serious injuries. The KDF officer, who is reported to have had long-standing differences with the attendant, was rushed to hospital where he succumbed.
Watu waliweza kupigana, mmoja wao akaweza kukatwa, ambaye pia ndio mwanajeshi wa special units, amegraduate juzi, ingawa hata graduation haijafanyika, akaweza kukatwa, akafikishwa hospitali ya Kipkelion, baadaye akapigwa refa aende hospitali ya Kericho. Nilikuwa pale, aliweza kuaga.
The aftermath of the rage was a trail of destruction, which has left over 12 families homeless and counting losses amounting to millions of shillings as the fire burnt down over 12 homes, shops, food stores in the area.
Moto ikatoka kwa shule ikaingia kwangu, ikachoma manyumba yote, ikaisha. Kukimbia, kujaribu kupoesha moto, wakanifukuza nikaenda. Mpaka pesa zilikuwa kwa nyumba, Marawe, mahindi, vitu, hakuna kitu yenye tulisaidia hata kitanda. Tulipaki hivyo na watoto.
Kama serikali ingeona, kama ingenisaidia mahali kidogo tu ya kuweka hata nyumba kidogo, halafu sasa nianze waone kama majirani ataniokoa. Kwa sababu hakuna mahali, hata ukiangalia watoto kama hawa, hakuna mahali sasa leo nitaingia. Vitu kama ya party certificate yote hakuna.
With the incident raising security concerns in the area, a heavy contingent of police has been deployed to deter residents from causing more harm. Military police also visited the area to investigate the murder involving one of their own.
Tutulie vijana wetu jensi tuende nyumbani, tukaa huko, serikali shughulike na hii maneno. Chameni haki, ninaomba tu watoto kama hawa ni wadogo haki, watahangaika, tutaenda wapi? Kama saa hii usiku tunajiuliza kweli tutarara ama tutafanya nini?
2 suspects including the bar attendant Caleb Momanyi and the owner of the premises Oliver Juma have been arrested and are expected in court Monday. The body of the slain soldier is lying at Kericho Referral Hospital ahead of a post-mortem examination. Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV.
All right, let's switch gears here. Education in 14 schools in the North Rift region of the county is resuming following the restoration of peace in the affected counties.
The schools had been closed for at least 3 years due to insecurity and banditry. And as you'll hear now from Brenda Wanga, the government has deployed at least 5 officers at each school to ensure learning continues.
For nearly 3 years, Kapindasum Primary School in Baringo has been closed to learners, with the community that fed the school with pupils fleeing their homes due to insecurity. The school is amongst those that were vandalized by bandits, making the school and the community inhabitable. After months of security operations in the area, as well as intensive repairs by a multi-agency security team, this school, like others previously affected by banditry, has opened its doors to learners who are slowly returning to class to quench their thirst for education.
Our children have been learning in the neighboring school, and to be specific, Kemorongian Primary, which is 5-7 kilometers away from here. And we came here on January 28.
The buildings here and in other reopened schools serve both as classrooms and dormitories for pupils and students who are now operating as boarders in a primarily day school. As they learn during the day, their beddings are neatly tucked in the back of the classroom, while their clothes are hanging on lines waiting for dusk to provide comfort for the learners and their teachers.
Boys hawana dormitory hata moja. Wanalala kwa hii madarasa. So tunatumia madarasa, mchana kuwa darasa na usiku inakuwa ni malazi yetu, tunalala pale.
It can be attributed to what we are witnessing with the number of students which has confidence to come here. In fact, we are still receiving students up to now. But now it has also strained the facilities. So that's a clear indicator that security situation has greatly improved.
Usiposa ukiona watoto wenye wako hapa, ukisikia 400 na wasasi wenye wako hapa ni 10 hivi, ujue kuna kitu mzuri naendelea, lakini wasasi bado wako na uoga kidogo.
Mpaka wengine wako Mkotio huko, watu wametawanyika bibaya kama au kwa na wametawanyika kama wewe au kwa na mahali pa kukaa. Lakini saa hii wana hamu ya kurudi nyumbani, na hata sisi tunaambia tumkuje tu, saa hii tumeshatangulia na tuko nyumbani tunakaa mzuri.
So great is the need for facilities that some schools have been forced to accommodate students from yet to be reopened institutions. The impact of this is evident at the assembly and in classrooms, but it is the only way to stem dropouts and ensure continuity of learning in the region. Security operatives who have been leading this restoration of peace and resumption of learning through the Operation Maliza Uhalifu say their work will only be done when all schools are reopened.
Able to achieve also relative calm in the area. The KDF has come in strongly to support in terms of opening schools, renovating schools, and I can say all the schools in Baringo North and other areas have been opened and they are operational. What we would want to see in the North Rift is that I would encourage the parents to take them to school, and we would want to see schools which have been opened, both communities, having mixed schools from all communities so that it can create the issues of cohesion.
As you remember, most of the schools were destroyed when the insecurity was high. And therefore, the first thing we had to address to ensure that the children come back to school is by renovating the schools. That's why we gave it priority. And it's a success, because out of that we've seen, for example, in the areas of Arabar, Kapindasum, we are seeing families which had been displaced and left their areas coming back. And is as a result of their children coming back to school.
Arabal and Kapindasum primary schools, both in Baringo South, were previously ghost schools, with many learners dropping out of schools and girls under the age of 12 being married. Scores of residents were killed, leaving high populations of orphans and widows. Since the reopening of the schools, there has been an upsurge in enrollment buoyed by the prevailing peace. Now each school is guarded by 5 security officers to ensure seamless learning goes on. With the security slowly returning, the Kenya Defence Troops are patrolling the hot spots, especially in Kolowa and Kapedo Bridge, areas of Mukutani and Baringo North, where bandits had made their hideout. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.
As always, a brilliant job done by Brenda and Evans Kimayo. The pictures, the storytelling,
absolutely. Great
incredible.
Stories. Great stories. Well done. Well done.
President, sorry.
On to politics.
On to, not really, tourism?
Well, it's still politics.
President William Ruto has begun his tour of the coast by receiving a cruise ship with over 2,000 tourists at the port of Mombasa. Speaking after a tour at the facility, President William Ruto says Kenya will continue to market national tourists from 2.4 million in 2024 to over 3 million by the end of the year.
That's right. Now, this will increase foreign earnings by about 80 billion compared to 450 billion tourism revenue generated last year. Among the immediate interventions is to have electronic travel authorization requirements for tourists visiting Kenya through the port of Mombasa.
The shipping line will simply be providing a manifest of all the passengers to the port authorities, and the port authorities process that as a one-off. That means if a tourist has been able to come to Mombasa by virtue of a cruise ship.
That cruise tourism is peaking and Kenya is emerging as one of the favorite destinations for cruise ships.
That we will be changing our visa and our ETA so that we can make it easier and seamless. Let me repeat, make it easier and seamless for those of you who are visiting, so that there is no paperwork, there are no issues, and we have agreed with the management of the port that will be made easy and simple so that visitors can visit our country and our cities.
Kenya. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has threatened to lead nationwide demonstrations should Chief Justice Martha Koome be kicked out of office.
That's right. Now, the former DP who spoke in Meru County, where he attended a church service, declared his resolve to send the current MPs and President William Ruto packing in 2027. We get more from our very own Emmanuel Toll.
He's mastering the opposition playbook. Sunday, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, in a characteristic fashion traditionally employed by the leaders in the opposition benches, promising to lead demos against the government should Chief Justice Martha Koome be hounded out of office.
Huyu mama akifukuzwa, nipige filimbi mutoke kwa barabara. Mutatoka au mutatoka? Mutatoka au mutatoka? Ukifukuza Martha Koome, usikanyange hapa Meru. Tunakuambia rais, wewe panga jama, ufukuze Martha Koome. Na wewe ukae Nairobi, usikanyange hapa Meru tena.
Speaking when he attended a church service at AIPCA, St. Joseph's KK Garu Church in Antubetwe Kiongo Ward, Igembe North in Meru County, Gachagua said the people have had enough of President William Ruto's government.
We are not going to sit again as William Ruto destroy the leadership of the Mount Kenya Legion. It's too much. It is too much. It cannot be.
Gachagua claiming that Koome was being targeted for standing up against President Ruto's excesses.
Na huyu mama anafukuzwa kwa sababu amekataa kuua mtu ya Yesa. Si ndio? Mtasimama na Martha Koome?
Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua amesema ndoa yetu na Mheshimiwa William Ruto kisiasa imeisha. Meru mnasemaje? Imeisha hajaisha?
Hata Waswahili wanasema mazuri hayalipwi kwa mabaya. Jamani, mama Koome amekosea nini rais wetu?
However, in a quick rejoinder, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and his environment counterpart Aiden Duale dared Gachagua to bring it on.
The president will go to Meru. The president is the president of everywhere. And the deputy president has all the right as the deputy of the president and the chief advisor to meet each and every leader's former deputy president. Don't become pedestrian. Don't reduce yourself to a street talker.
Hata sasa wanajitolea, hata wanatetea judiciary na judges hata kupitia ukabila yao. We must find ourselves dissociating ourselves from the kind of vitriol that we've seen, where someone is saying we must keep a particular judge in office or remove from office based on their tribe.
The former DP also taking a shot at the current Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, trashing his consultative meetings at his official current residence.
Mambo nafanyika pale ni uongo mtupu. Unapanga watu masaa 5 kuwadanganya, alafu unawalipa shilingi 5,000 kwa kusikiza uongo.
Gachagua now claiming he will have over 100 MPs in the next polls, maintaining the quest to show President Ruto and his allies the door in the next general elections is on. Emmanuel Toh, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Elections are 2 years away.
Right? It's such high-octane politics.
High octane, I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break right now, and Sunday Live will continue.
Yeah,
we plenty more ahead.
Including an update on the Pope's condition.
Oh, yeah. Pope Francis. Everyone's praying for him right now, you know that.
Yeah.
And Citizen Planet as well. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff.
At O'Burrows, at Citizen TV Kenya.
The hashtag is Sunday Live. Sunday Live takes a break. We'll be back in a moment. In the meantime, coming up.
With having been a shepherd for all the years, he has a lot for us to gain from him.
Coming up, Catholic faithful pray for Pope Francis, who's been hospitalized for 9 days.
Great yummy taste gotta hack it. I spread bread pate nguvu gotta pack it. Napaka nyweki design ya mokoro. Blue Panda, Juni natural cocoa. 5 vitamins una grow plus ni tam nani. One by one tuna flow with the energy. Dance to the beat, feel the adrenaline. Vibes ni polite. Step into the motion. Tuna have snack na ki blue band choco for your growth.
Therefore, the court sentence for both crimes
is to serve 45 years and 1 day in prison that the defendant will have to serve at the women's prison in Santiago.
Bedlam ni dawa nambari 1 ya kuangamiza kunguni kutoka mayai hadi kunguni waliokomaa. Nunua Bedlam katika Agrovet iliyo karibu nawe popote nchini. Maliza kunguni na Bedlam kutoka Kenagro Suppliers Limited.
Buroti maguta, keja kwa mtaa mambo fiti. Nafungua bahasha wao nikismile, mambo ni murwa, kop imesoti yeketa, biza maplot, nikasip tu. Kaniflota mboka, reti kotop, nikasip tu.
Na payslip yako, unaweza pata mobile loan ya 500,000 na personal loan ya 9 million. Tembelea Cooperative Bank branch leo. Cooperative Bank, we are you.
Join us for an unforgettable journey to the world's largest trade fair, the Canton Fair in Guangzhou, China, from 15th to 27th April. Explore thousands of products, meet global suppliers, and experience China's rich culture. Enjoy guided tours, shopping, and local experiences, all while discovering new business opportunities. Enjoy this and more in 9 nights and 10 days, starting from $2,450 per person sharing. Visit viewtravel.com or call and WhatsApp 0703 254 254. View Travel. Dream, explore, discover.
Explore the nature and create from it. The spirit of inventors leads to the inspiration for new technology. By drawing nature's energy, we create the extraction tech. Small in size, huge in power. Millions of microcapsules condense the essence of nature. Join us, Cleasoft Invent for Life.
Introducing the Smarter Bundle. Bundle imetosha. 30 GB monthly data, yani 1 GB daily. 400 minutes talk time to any network and free Airtel to Airtel. 100% rudishiwa on Airtel money transactions, bank to wallet, pay bills, and agent withdrawals. Subscribe to the Smarter Bundle today. Dial *544# or visit My Airtel app. Airtel Smarter Bundle. Browse, chat, call. Airtel Money. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Roto Tanks. Roto Tanks. Built like a tank.
New Pepsodent Herbal, introducing a unique combination of natural ingredients with herbal extracts, salt and mint in an antibacterial formula for fresh breath, strong teeth and healthy gums that protects you and your family. Pepsodent Herbal, every smile matters.
Of course, Blue Band is amazing on toast. Duh. But did you know there's more? Blue Band can do your topping and your frying and stir frying and mixing. Blue Band for stewing, baking sauces, also grilling and toasting. Nice in matoke and ugali and tilapia. That's right. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Tasty, crispy. Want a bite? Mmm. So yummy every time with omega-3 and omega-6 vitamins all for free. We use it anytime with healthy G. I'll be cooking up a storm for my family.
This is me at Stanbic Private Banking. What does it feel like? It's making power moves. It's living a little. It's more than banking. It's investing skillfully. It's planning wisely. It's living joyfully. It's banking easily. It's me walking boldly into my future. Start your journey. Visit www.stanbic.co.ke. Stanbic Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
Kazi yenyewe unapata labda mapato yake ni kidogo. Lakini hapo shambani huwezi kosa pesa.
I'm trying my best to make sure umetoka huko despite everything.
What do you mean despite everything?
Sour Petroleum Jelly repairs dry skin like no other. Easy to spread and non-sticky like no other. Great quality product from Pwani Oil.
It is exactly 35 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Sunday Live here at Citizen Television. Now, Catholic faithful across the world on Sunday dedicated part of their service to pray for Pope Francis, who on Saturday was reported to be in critical condition.
Pope Francis was admitted in Rome's Gemelli Hospital and has been there for the last 9 days. He is being treated for double pneumonia. Church leaders have urged congregants to pray for the 88-year-old Pope Francis, who, despite failing health over the last few years, has remained active in not only executing his duties, but also advocating for peace amidst wars in different countries.
Papa Francesco, benché
from the Vatican,
l'ospedale lo sentiamo vicino a noi.
Spain, Kenya, the call was the same, a prayer for Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church who has been in hospital since February 14th after experiencing difficulty in breathing for several days. Pope Francis was diagnosed with double pneumonia in both lungs and has been under close doctor's observation. However, a statement from Holy See Press Office on Saturday raised concerns about Pope Francis' health status. In their statement, the press office indicated that Pope Francis had experienced an asthma-like respiratory crisis of prolonged intensity, which required the administration of high-flow oxygen. It further indicated that the Pope required blood transfusions and that he remains alert and spent the day in an armchair, although he is in more pain than Friday.
He has given it all for the gospel, so I'm admiring him also, and we pray for him in this particular moment in which his health is really weak and in danger.
My prayer is that he gets well. With having been a shepherd for all the years, he has a lot for us to gain from him.
The voice of the Pope is so important at the moment. The world is full of hatred, and he's a voice of love. He echoes what Christ told us 2,000 years ago. So we need him a lot.
Outside Gemelli Hospital in Rome, Italy, where Pope Francis has been admitted, hundreds continue to hold prayers for his quick recovery. An update from his X platform on Sunday evening: after being inactive since February 16th, Pope Francis acknowledged receiving many messages of affection and thanked all those praying for his recovery from all over the world. Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV.
We're all praying for the Pope, huh?
All right, we join Catholic faithful in praying for a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Hang in there.
Indeed. In an ideal world, academic excellence would be enough to lift one up and out of poverty. But as Oscar Rotich discovered, that is not always the case.
That's right. Now, despite scoring an A- in his KCSE exams back in 2023 and securing admission to the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology to study medicine, Oscar spends his days washing cars for a living. Now, while his present circumstances may be dampening, he refuses to give up hope. Let's take a listen to Olive Burrow's story.
Looking at Oscar Korir Rotich's gleaming smile, you'd be tempted to imagine all is a bed of roses. But this 20-year-old's appearance belies a struggle to help support his mother and siblings still in school while keeping hope alive. Hope that his dream of achieving his highest academic potential will be realized. Attaining the enviable score of an A- in his Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exams would ideally mark a new beginning, one where university education would provide a way out of the poverty he grew up in. But as it turns out, his admission to the prestigious Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology to study clinical medicine and surgery was bittersweet. While he had achieved a feat many of his peers could only dream of, circumstances conspired to keep him from attaining his highest potential.
Last year, date 22 of August, nikaenda JKUAT juu hiyo letter ilikuwa imeniambia report on that day. So mimi nikasema peta niende pale nisikie wanasema nini, then nipeane kaleta yangu like ya kudifa, nikuje area nichipange, niangalie vile Mungu atanisaidia alafu nirudi.
His widowed mother, a washerwoman or Mama Fua, as they are colloquially known, unable to pay his university fees with 4 other children to fend for, and he unable to secure government funding for lack of an ID. The industrious young man took the decision to take up a position in a car wash in the hope of saving enough to one day realize his dream of attaining higher education.
Kakomeza upika hesabu ile pesa umefanya kwa siku. Utaiona kama total amount ile unaipata inacheseanga 1500 to 2000. So hiyo ni total amount ya tajiri. 25% ananipea. So sana tajiri wananitumeshanga 1400 to 16.
But a dream is one thing and reality another. And his hope of joining university in the near future may be farther out of reach than he'd imagined.
Kama ni pikipiki uliosha, magari ngapi pia uliyaosha. Alafu hiyo pesa tunaileta na kuja tunagawa na mama tunaelewana. Hapo hivyo 1000 nampea mama, 400 nakaa nayo ku labelize wiki.
And now Oscar's hope is that with a helping hand there is still reason to keep hope alive.
Ndoto yake ni hiyo tu. So nataka tu niombe ya kwamba kama ninaweza pata mtu yote mwenye anasaidia aende hata ingie university, aendeleze atimize ndoto yake.
Kijana kama huyu akipaulu kwa maisha atasaidia Wakenya wengine ambaye naye wanataka usaidizi. Tunahitaji vijana kama kwa society.
All right, on that note, we're going to take another break here on Sunday Live. Plenty more ahead, including our weekly segment, Citizen Planet.
Yeah, but I do have to give credit where credit is due. The story was produced by Evans Asiba.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good story, well done.
Very well done. Good pictures.
Well done.
And I wish him, I mean, he requires a helping hand. I'm sure he'll get it.
Yeah.
Oscar is very industrious.
I got someone already who's tweeted in and says, get me Oscar's contact.
All right, Evans, I'll be giving you a call during the break. Okay.
Asante sana ndugu.
All right.
Nashukuru sana. At Kwenenge Jeff.
At O Barrows, at Citizen TV Kenya.
The hashtag is Sunday Live. Sunday Live takes a break. We'll be back in a moment. In the meantime, coming up.
The lesser the vein, the blood going through tells you the drier season is coming.
Coming up on our weekly environment series, Citizen Planet, we tell you how Maasai elders use livestock intestines to predict weather.
What is your elevator pitch? So that you can speak about the value you're going to bring to that board in a minute, in a second before they move on, so that they remember you. If I'm recruiting and somebody asks me how much are they paying, you're definitely the wrong person.
Watch this story and more. Download the Citizen Digital app or visit www.citizendigital.com and find the Citizen Originals portal.
Kenya's #1 app, Citizen Digital. Kote nchini mbele tuendelee, mbele Kenya twende mbele,
Kenya twende mbele. NCBA, go for it.
Whenever you fly to space,
or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Wondering what next after KCSE? Enroll at Jordan College of Technology, which is a brand recognized by employers both locally and internationally. We train government-approved and highly marketable courses in journalism, ICT, catering, tourism, hair and beauty, medical, fashion and interior design, engineering, business, short courses, and driving. We take pride in providing quality education, state-of-the-art facilities, comprehensive programs, top-notch faculty, career support, and vibrant campus life. Apply now for our ongoing March Grand Intake and train with the best. Visit us at our new ultra-modern campus, Jordan Towers, Thika Town. Jordan College of Technology, the leading TVET and medical institution in Kenya.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
People come to me and they say they get discomfort when they have ice cream. Can you imagine that? Avoiding having cold ice cream. Sensodyne gives you long-lasting protections against sensitivity. And people come in and they're like, oh, it works. I can have ice cream and I'm not in any discomfort. I recommend Sensodyne because it works. It's brilliant.
Kila safari huanza na ndoto. Ndoto za kufanikiwa maishani. Ndoto za kufanikiwa kibiashara. Ndoto za kufanikiwa kimaendeleo. For 4 decades, we have been your trusted partner, witnessing the achievements of each generation. As we celebrate 40 years, our promise is to be with you for life. Tufanikishe zaidi.
Since 2012, Al Khair Foundation has provided Ramadan food packs to more than 530,000 fasting Muslims in need across Kenya.
As you fast, you get to remember those who struggle to find a basic meal to break their fast.
Donate today and make a difference.
It's exactly 48 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Sunday Live here at Citizen Television. On to our weekly feature, Citizen Planet, Olive.
And I have been really looking forward to this story because I'm trying to understand how it works. Now, as weather becomes increasingly erratic, accurate and time-sensitive forecasting becomes even more important. The Kenya Meteorological Department, I nailed that in one.
Well done.
Has adopted participatory scenario planning.
That's right. Now,
a mechanism.
A mechanism for collective sharing and interpretation of climate information in order to provide farmers with essential information to for proper planning, right?
Yeah.
As Chris Middleton wrote.
Yeah, on Citizen Planet, Maasai elders who predicted heavy rains by looking at
intestines or intestines?
Animal intestines. I say intestines, but you're the expert.
Tomato.
American or British English, Kenyan English are the latest to meet the weatherman.
Let's take a listen.
As the morning sun rises over Ildamat in Kajiado, senior members of the pastoralist Maa community in Kenya gather to think about what the near future holds as the sun shines stubbornly in many parts of the country. Here, a freshly sacrificed male goat is one of the instruments they use to systematically analyze indigenous weather and climate patterns.
The river flow and any other vein.
The animal's abdomen is carefully opened up to examine its intestines as well as the blood vessels. This process is done with utmost precision. Thick blood vessels within the intestines indicates heavy water flow in rivers. They also symbolize tributaries in the area.
Tumeshinja mbuzi, tunaangalia maini, matumbo yake, si mbaya. Si mbaya, iko mvua, hakuna shida kabisa.
Kuchinja mbuzi tuliona ya kwamba mara yake na damu yake yote inaonekana ya kwamba kuna mvua. Hii mvua itakuja kunyesha mwezi wa 3 mwisho au early mwezi wa 4.
They should be able to...
Elders who perform this rite are not ordinary. They must have been given a green light from the community as the custodians of the Ma culture.
The thicker the veins, the better the season. The lesser the vein, the blood going through tells you the drier the season is coming. So these intestines also tells not only about the rains, but also other aspects about life. They can even say your wife is expectant.
It is for this reason that the meteorological department also invited the traditionalists to introduce them to modern forecasting techniques, which included use of balloon-based means. During the sensitization program, modern meteorologists led by Francis Ngwata, a renowned weatherman, underscored the importance of collaboration between scientific and indigenous weather predictions.
Ni observation nzuri sana, na kama tungeweza kila wakati kuwahusisha hawa wazee na kuambia utabiri wa hali ya hewa ungekuwa unafanyika kwa njia maridadi kabisa.
And the areas that are going to receive below average rainfall to the near average rainfall is north east sub-counties of Kajiado, and then the west north part of Kajiado County.
Traditional indicators among African communities that symbolize an impending change in the weather include animal behavior, where certain birds' early migration might indicate an early rainy season. Specific plants blooming at a certain time predicted oncoming rains. The shape and movement of clouds indicate an impending storm. The position of stars at a certain time of the year can provide an information about seasonal changes. Despite the accuracy by traditional weathermen, it is still not qualitative compared to the modern-day meteorological prediction. With the current prediction, farmers will be adequately prepared to maximize the situation come end of the month of March.
Based on this information which you are going to receive, we will be able to advise farmers on the need to conserve water. They need to conserve water so that we should not always be crying that there is no water all over.
As for the slaughtered goat, once information from the intestines has been gathered, the rest of it is cooked and the elders have their feast, but only after the prediction. Gods are also appeased with their fair share. Crispin Otieno, Citizen TV.
That's kind of too much intestines, huh?
Mwekula matumbo. Matumbo.
What is that? Is it intestines?
Yes. Have you ever had it?
Why?
I hear it has no nutritional value, but if I buy you some, will you have it?
No.
Why?
After seeing that?
All right.
After seeing that?
I'll convince him as we...
Yeah. Okay. Now, switching gears, as the holy month of Ramadan approaches, the county government of Mandera has started food distribution to vulnerable families, including persons living with disabilities, orphans and widows, a week before the start of Ramadan.
The initiative is part of collaboration between different non-state actors and the county government of Mandera.
This distribution means a lot to the people of Mandera County, which has made timely food assistance to the most affected population, especially to the people living with disabilities, which His Excellency the Governor really stresses on the people living with disabilities because these people are the less able. He has to make sure that these people, they have been given their fair share so that they can distribute within themselves according to their wishes.
All right, Ramadan, it starts March 1st.
And some of us, we don't fast, but we assist in breaking the fast.
The fast,
yeah,
nice.
We're available.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's take another break here on Sunday Live. Keep tweeting at Queen Jeff.
At O Burrows at Citizen TV Kenya.
Hashtag is Sunday Live. Sunday Live takes a break. We'll be back. Sports is up next.